It's Monday, so you know what that means.
That
we're
is
here.
Monday.
Yeah, that is Monday. Yeah. But welcome to another episode of Breaking the Stigma. I guess I'm the mouth of the Southwest today. And there's the bearded one. So
Yeah.
let's jump right into it because I liked the efficiency of last week. It was awesome. So how was your week, bro?
Not too bad. Been some pretty decent weather considering that we're basically into fall. Been some pretty nice weather. Can't complain too much.
Fall technically started day before yesterday or something like that.
Yeah, my garden's looking good too, so that's always a nice thing.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, for me it's just stuff. It's been a week, Kid got to come home this weekend and she made me worry because she's not used to the load of college, so kind of stresses. She's been doing too much and it's weighing on her, stressing her out.
She's got to learn in college. You pick your battles. You figure out which papers are actually important to get done. You get those ones done, and if you can let something slide, you let it slide.
Yeah, and she's also got to I'm pretty sure she'll get it, but she's got to get her time management down. But as a dad, seeing her struggle with just kind of
want to help, but at the same time, she's got to figure it on her own.
Yeah, so I just try to ask her questions to get her to see some logic and some rationale, and I had to let her be. But yeah, other than that, it's been a week. I'm glad payday has come and gone, so payday can come again, so I can pay these people the rent, so I'll have a place to live for the next month. Because
that's always a nice thing to have.
Yeah, because bro says me and the family can come up there anytime, but we still need money to get there. So if I got to spend money, might as well just be efficient and stay where the hell I'm at. So yeah,
because it would not be a cheap move to come up here, I'm sure.
Yeah, because it cost me in the neighborhood of almost $4,000 just to move from Georgia to Arizona, including the U-Haul.
Not too bad.
Yeah, including the U-Haul, the gas, first month deposit, all that fun stuff, and getting everything. No, actually getting everything turned on. It was in the neighborhood of almost $7,000. I just thought about that. We had a lot of deposits. So, yeah. But yeah, other than that, just another week. I've been trying to keep to myself, but a couple of things have creeped in to my airspace in the last couple of days, and I'll probably address it later. But yeah, I'm kind of ready to get this show started. So,
Pastor will be here when he gets here.
Yeah, when the pastor get here, we'll let him do his normal thing. I ain't gonna introduce my brother; he can introduce himself. That being said, let's get into it. Crap! Now I need to remember the title of this week's show is because I'm a slow bunny, right?
You know me. I posted to you guys and forget what I wrote right after I said it.
Yeah, I about to say, I'm a slow bunny, right? Yeah. The title of this week's show is "Do You Know When to Let Yourself Shine?" As per usual, we have 3 topics for this week, and since me and Matt are here, and we like to keep the ball rolling, we don't need all that extra. Let's get into it. Let me make sure what I wrote down and what you wrote down. Okay, topic 1: recognizing your talent or talents, or for some of y'all who might be like me,
multi-talent weirdos.
Yeah. Hey, we're not weirdos. We just don't know what we.
We're just odd.
We didn't know what we want to do, so we tried to do everything. That's all. But yeah. Recognizing your talents, and that should be self-explanatory. If I got to explain it to you, then fine, I'll explain it to you. Audio
we got to explain it to people because there's a lot of people out there who don't know how to recognize their own talent and see what they're
Right.
good at.
Right. If and that's it. You have to be able to recognize your talents, the things that come to you naturally, where you're not exactly exerting effort or energy, or I should say, not exerting energy, but putting forth an extraneous amount of energy, or even using the average amount of energy, yet you're doing it as well as or better than others. That's a talent. That is a gift that you are more skilled than somebody somewhere at something. That's a talent. Singing is a talent. Basketball is a talent. Chess is a talent.
Art.
Art is a talent. And talents can be nurtured. Talents can be molded. And talents can be watered and fed so it grows. So
No. If you're not able to recognize your talent in yourself and you're having trouble figuring out what you're talented at, if you think you're not good at anything, go talk to your friends. Go talk to people that you trust and that you know that their opinion is good, and they will tell you what you are good at. They will show you what your talents are. If you're having struggles figuring out what you're good at, just talk to people that you know, because they know you better than you do sometimes. They will tell you what you are good at.
okay. I agree. I'm sorry, I got distracted. People, something may have just happened that was extremely positive, and I don't know how to take it. Even though Pastor Dre is Pastor Dre in it, that's cool. I'm gonna be completely honest with everyone right now. I haven't been able to be back on the workforce in a couple of years, and I may have just gotten some good news about getting an interview with an actual legitimate piece of occupation. I'll
Nice.
shoot it. I'll shoot it to you and bro in the chat. But other than that, getting back on topic and trying not to cry. You're right. You do need to contact if you can't see your talent in yourself, or if you have doubts, ask the people around you, people that you know that you can trust. Matt and Dre tell me about my talents all the time, even when I doubt them, as I do for them. And I say talk to people you trust, because not everyone trusts their family. I don't trust all of my family. Some people sometimes your family can be spiteful and jealous of what you can or can't do. So, but that comes with certain people you would call friend as well. So you have to pick and choose. Ladies and gentlemen,
Speaking of friends,
only 8 minutes off schedule this week.
Hey, he's
Dre
early.
Is into the building. He actually, this is early for Pastor Dre. Pastor Dre, what happened? How was your week, bro?
It was pretty good. Pretty good. Enjoyed the trip to Mexico, so it was all right. Everything's everything. Gonna go hiking later, so you
Nice.
know. Just
That's what's up, bro.
yeah. Stopped by the haberdashery store, got me some things, so I'm okay.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm. So how y'all doing? Y'all doing all right?
Getting there.
Yeah,
can't complain too much. Life's been pretty decent this last week.
That's good. Yeah, my computer been off so long, it's updating, so I'm hearing all these beeps and stuff like that. So that's what happens when you be away from your computer for so long. It forgets things, or you forget it. So
right, and well, I did set it when I came to fix your network the other day to auto update, so you won't have all them extra problems, and it can try to maintain itself. I'll find you a virus protection, a security system for it later. But yeah, I'm trying to keep it self-sufficient so you don't have to remember to do it, because Pastor Dre sleep a lot. He ain't gonna remember.
or either that, or I just don't have the patience either. So so whenever I have a computer problem or something like that, I just go ahead and talk to the techie since he's not that far away. So
I mean, it's always a blessing to have your your brothers or people you trust around. So yeah, I'll happily, just, hey, bro, my computer. All right, I'm on the way. let me stop by and get me a burrito on the way, and I'm good. Because we live in the Southwest.
yeah,
Tacos.
Yeah, man, you don't know how much I miss living where they have like taco stuff like that all around. We don't got that here. It makes me sad.
Bro, where we are, we see taco trucks on every corner, bro, and this shit is amazing.
You know how fat I would get living there.
You
My
remember
my
Donald
fat
Trump and
ass
them,
would be in a truck just pulling up, be like, okay, give me a taco. Give me that taco now.
Donald Trump and them, they threatened us, talk about there's gonna be taco trucks on every corner, bro. Where we are, there are
How
taco
is that a
trucks on
threat?
every corner.
That sounds like heaven to me. If there was taco trucks on every corner, I would be a happy man.
yeah. I made tacos the other night. I made tacos, the taco salad, so it was good.
I am a happy man when it comes to food in this area. I just, yeah, I had a Homer Simpson moment. Anywho, what's up, Frank? We appreciate you tuning in. And we're gonna get back on topic, bro. What do you think about recognizing your talents? How to do it, and what to do when you don't recognize your own talents? Talking to you, Pastor.
I don't know, man. Honestly, me recognize your talents. It takes a lot, and sometimes it does. It really does, because sometimes because with me personally, like a lot of people say I have certain talents, and I don't really want to show them because I don't really have, like, I guess it's just the fact it's nerves, or it's just the fact that
man, screw all them. You doing this shit for you, dog.
yeah, you gotta do it for you, but sometimes you get a little nervous, and then because it's like the child prodigy, somebody that they say, oh, you have a gift, and then it's like, you want to show everybody, but then you always gotta watch out for the ones that act like they act like they're there for you, or they act like they supporting you when you're trying to recognize your talent. But at the same time, if you start doing better than them, that's when the jealousy comes in. So you gotta be careful when you recognize it.
Well, bro, they might just be Vols fans.
Could be that. Could be. I mean, it could be that. It could be. I mean, it's just like it's just one of those things where you just gotta nurture. You have to be around people that will nurture it, because, like I said, when you recognize if people generally care about you and your well-being, they see that you're trying to do better, and they see that you have this gift that can impact your life. You need people around you that'll help you nurture that and grow it.
There it is.
It's like
there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That there it is, ladies and gentlemen. You heard him.
It's like the saying goes: if you're around people and you feel you're not growing, you're not in the circle, you're in the cage. So you definitely have to look at your circle.
You hear yourself, bro? You over there dropping with nuggets of wisdom on. So those spicy nugs, they deep fried. They you got the right sauce on them nugs right there. Them fire nugs right there, bro.
Got a little lemon pepper on.
Well, I get that black and ranch in there, then I'm good. So.
Or are they our type of nugs where they might be coated in chocolate and infused with some marvelousness?
Well, I just got this popcorn. I got this popcorn, so the dude told me to only eat 6 of them. So if you eat 6 of them, that's equivalent to 100 milligrams. So he said, don't eat the whole bag. So I ate 2.
Oh shit, son! I'd be taking down that whole bag, no problem.
I ate 2. So
legally, that's all we can get here.
Yeah.
At one one product.
Yeah, I was gonna eat them, but I was like, let me just eat 2 just to get the edge off, and plus I'm gonna go hiking later on. So,
boy, okay, yeah, you don't build up your little tolerance.
Well, he said at least 6. So he said if you eat 6, you can get the effect. But you know what I'm saying. So it's one of those things. Me personally, but yeah, you definitely have to. You definitely have to be around people that want to see you nurture and grow your gift, and your talent.
You gotta have people around that don't care. Sometimes don't even care what you think and trying to help you get to your best interest because I'm not gonna lie, without these two sometimes stepping in my way of myself, it's like, no, fool, that's not the move. And it's just like, but it's what I want to do. And if you do it, think about what else is gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You're right. You're right. Yeah, there's been many times where Matt and Dre have had my best interest in mind for me and stopped me from, well, meeting it up
Being
in
you.
this motherfucker. I'll meet it up in this bitch. And they was like, go sit down right now for you get a whooping. What I did? You did this, and this, and now look what's happening. You know what? You're right. I'm gonna go sit down. I don't need a whooping. I apologize.
Mhm.
Sometimes it be like that.
We all need that though. We all need that person who's not afraid to bring us up short and be like, you're fucking up.
Yep.
Stop fucking up.
Dre told me I wasn't gonna have no more snacks, and Matt said he wasn't gonna teach me how to make them, and I had to sit and cry in the corner. So.
No, I wasn't gonna do that.
Side note, that was also me yesterday after the Falcons won, because I didn't know what to do. I was confused.
It was a hell of a weekend for. If you're an Atlanta fan, this was probably one of the best weekends.
It's really weird to be happy after a Falcons game, isn't it?
Right. That's why I was confused. I was like, is this real life? I was expecting them to lose. I want to cry right now. Wait. Dre was like, I fell asleep. Wait,
I
we
did.
won? We won.
I did. And I said,
Hey Dre, maybe you should fall asleep more often during the game.
And I said that I think I should fall asleep at halftime, and maybe the Falcons will start winning games. Maybe it's me.
That might be your talent. Your talent might be good luck charm for the Falcons. All I gotta do is fall asleep in the game.
No, see, then they're gonna have to start hiring Dre and bringing him around with the team as a good luck mascot, keep him up in the hotel room, make sure he's asleep at halftime.
If they're paying him, he can do it, and I'm gonna put his ass on the plane, and he gonna. Hey, bro, the team said they want me to come and fall asleep during the games for them.
Hey, look, as long as Arthur Blank gives me a suite with a bed,
he can give you that blank check.
As long as he give me a suite with a bed in it, I'm there.
Dre ain't gonna know. By the time he get the sentence out of his mouth, I already done had his bags packed and getting ready to kick his ass out of his own apartment. Get out, nigga. You
there
on the flight.
Go.
Can't even do it well. Can't even
and
do
go
anything.
see and go see the Pancake after every game. Just go and hop in the car and drive. They only need you on Sundays. Go on now.
Right. Go to Jacksonville on Saturday and then drive up to Atlanta.
Unless it's a Thursday or a Monday game, then you just.
Well, we got the international game, so I don't know how that's gonna work. Maybe I'll sleep on the plane because we got the international game in a couple weeks.
They're gonna make you stay up the whole flight over, and then during the game you're gonna be right at the end of the test.
They're gonna be feeding Dre Red Bull whole flight over.
Right, exactly. It's crazy, man. Like it's
we don't know. Dre might not come back. He done gotten that British food at him, them accents. He be like, you know what?
Oh no, I'm gonna come back.
I'm good.
God bless the Queen.
I'm gonna come back because LP ain't gonna have that, so I'm gonna have to come back.
We don't set it up so he'll be on the way.
Nah, like I said, you can take Florida out. You can take him out of Florida, but you can't take the Florida out of the kid. So,
well, you did let him learn Florida stuff, so you might be right.
Well, that's not my. Well, hey man,
Shoo.
Like you said, Duval till we die. That's what they say all the time. So.
In the
Anywho, moving on to our next topic. Growing said talents, and things like this, when you have people around you, they can help you grow your talents. If you don't know how to grow your talents, you have to practice utilizing them. And it's contradictory as it sounds to, protecting your peace. Sometimes you have to put yourself in an unfamiliar situation that involves your talents so you can learn how to use them in times where the pressure might be on. If it's a sport, what are you going
You
to
get
do?
better by doing, plain and simple.
Right. Like if you're talented at sports, what are you going to do when the lights are the brightest and there's a last few seconds on the clock? There's 10 to 30,000 people in the stands yelling at you, depending on the size of the stadium, or up to 100,000, depending if it's college football, depending on, the stadium. What are you going to do when that pressure's on? Are you going to barbecue? You going to mildew? You going to shine?
Mm-hmm.
If you're not put in that situation, you're going to think everything's just like practice. Oh, well, just, it's just us. We're just practicing. It's just practice. You got to put yourself out there sometimes. But at the same time, you do need to practice. You got to, speaking from the sports terms, because myself, Dre, and ways of his own craziness, Matt, we all did sports and before in our past. If you don't practice the fundamentals, you'll forget how to fundamentally do whatever it is you were practicing. I'm teaching my daughter how to ride a bike. And yesterday I got on said bike and
it's been a minute, hey?
I was like, oh, wow, it's been almost a decade of me getting on a bike. How do I do? Oh, okay. It's starting to come back. Cause I was wobbly. I was like, oh boy, here we go. And then the all the times of practicing kicked in and my muscles was like, I remember how to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So what will happen if you don't practice?
You get lazy.
You get lazy. So when
you get lazy and you lose the skill.
Yep. So when you get put in that position, you get put in that position to use your talent, use your skill, you're going to crumble.
Mm-hmm.
Your mind is going to overload itself. You're going to go into anxiety. If it's something physical, your body won't have the strength to support what you used to be able to support. You used to lift weights. You used to be able to put up 250, but you ain't hit the gym in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Now you only popping up 180. And trust me, them 70 pounds of difference will make themselves apparent.
Mm-hmm.
Get out there and go try to play some football. When you used to do 250 and now you're doing 180. You used to have leg strength. You used to have leg strength to run through tackles. Now you getting stopped. You used to be able to toss people around in wrestling, and now you getting flipped. You're not practicing. You're not sharpening your talents.
Mm-hmm.
You have a sharp mind, but you're not challenging yourself mentally. So now your mind gets lazy. Now you having a hard time remembering the quickest and most efficient way to solve this and this problem. Because let's be real, once you become older, we all end up having to deal with kids at some point, shape, and form in our lives. How are you going to teach the babies if you ain't been challenging yourself and keep your mind sharp to pass on the knowledge that needs to be passed on?
Yeah, it's like, Jerry Rice. We all say Jerry Rice is the greatest player of all time, but he always worked at it, no matter what he was doing. It's just like,
yeah, he had a workout in the summer called The Hill.
Yeah, even I remember watching. I was watching his.
I remember horror stories about that hill.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about it is that I think after they won the Super Bowl, I think a day or two after that, the coach was in his office. It was the off season. He looked out there and he saw him running the hill. So
yeah,
it's like I said, you can be talented, but if you don't work at your craft or you don't work at your gifts,
yeah,
you don't. Some people just are happy. They rest on their talents. They don't try to grow it or they don't try to perfect it. That's why, we can all say that Randy Moss was more athletically gifted than Jerry Rice. But what makes Jerry Rice great at what he did was he always worked hard. He never took a day off.
Oh, he worked his ass off. Yeah.
Yeah, he never took a day off. So,
and that's the difference between, and that's the difference
look at Kobe
right
too,
there.
man.
Yeah, true,
yeah,
true.
Michael Jordan too. Michael Jordan's the same way.
Michael Jordan and Kobe. Those are two examples. You got
The
Michael
best
Jordan,
players
Kobe, and then you
work the
have
hardest.
people.
Some people say, they say some people perfect their craft, and some people just be just happy to be good.
Yeah, and on those lines, if you have a talent and you are not utilizing it to the best that you can and doing everything to grow it, you are doing yourself a disservice because you are not being your best self. You are not doing what you can do the best.
Right. I mean, and that's the difference between a talent and a natural skill. There is a difference to where a talent you can work hard at to improve, talent to be better, to be the best. Like you said, like a MJ, like a Kobe. And then you have those naturally gifted, just freakish people who can do things that don't have to try. And those are the ones that get lazy. Those are the ones that lose the ability to do it.
Definitely.
The talented ones know they have to continue to work hard to stay talented. The talented ones are the ones who endure. The talented ones are like the actors who are in their 60s and 70s and still doing it. Whereas a young flash in the pan disappeared after 3 or 4 years on the scene. I mean, look at all the kids.
Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, some people just, once they feel they made it to the top, they feel they don't have to work anymore. They could just use their talents, and then when their talent dries up, they have nothing.
Right. I hate to say this, but Alyssa Joan Hart comes to mind.
It's harder to stay on top than it is to get to the top.
Yeah. Yeah. It takes so much to get to the top, and then you have to. A talented person has to work as hard as, actually, a lot harder to stay on top, because the gifted ones and the hungry ones are now on your ankles. They're trying to get where you are.
You've got to work out. You got to outwork each one of them. You got to work harder than everybody else that's below you.
Yeah, and that even includes. I'm gonna be real. That includes parenting. That includes just the basic thing. That includes going to work. I mean, there are people who are in jobs to where it shouldn't be a competition, but they make it a competition just because they feel like, oh, you've been here less time than me, but you're about to get promoted. I should be promoted over you. And depending on your situation, and let's be real, depending on your demographic, it might be harder for you to get promoted anyway. So you got to work twice as hard. You have to be twice as talented to get half the recognition. How do you prepare yourself for that? How do you deal with that? If you don't have the right type of support system to continue to motivate you, to pick you up, you're going to be in trouble. I just got through talking to the fellas the other day about my work situation, and both of them said they understand how I feel, but they want me to keep going because they know the talent that's there. They know the type of worker I am, and they said anybody would be lucky to have me. And I guess it might be timing, because it's just like, oh, look, y'all got a show today. Just got the email. They're like, oh, okay, yeah. So what your brothers were telling you is correct. Keep on trying. Somebody pay attention to you, but you got to keep trying. You got to keep working. You got to keep being unafraid to show your talent. Now, that don't mean be arrogant. There's a difference between confidence and arrogance. Confidence is knowing you can do something, but arrogance is thinking that there's no one who can do what you do as well.
That's true.
And there's always somebody who can do it better than you, no matter how good you are.
Absolutely. Because I tell Dre all the time, I know I'm decent at networking. I know I'm good at building computers. But if I don't know something, I got plenty of partners who are way better at it than me.
Right.
The person who taught you how to do what you know how to do probably didn't teach you everything they know how to do in that same situation. Matt to tell you, he's heard some, because I was at a school in Atlanta to hone my audio engineering skills, because I had been out the game for a while, and I shot him a sample of the beat that I had to make for class, and he was like, "You're good." I was like, "I appreciate it." I said, "But I know that I don't know everything that other people know." And Matt was like, "Yeah, if you need to know anything, that program you're using, I had to master it to work in the studio." Try this, this, and this, and that'll make it even better. My grade in that class went from a C plus to an A minus. There's always somebody that is better than you at something.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to reach out to somebody. They always say that. They always say that.
Absolutely.
They say you always got somebody that's smarter than you and better than you at something. See if they'll give you a hand. It's not always a competition. Sometimes maybe it's a sign that somebody's there that's better than you at something. That could be your your way to get better. That could be your avenue per se.
It sure can, because for some people, teaching is also a form of therapy as well. Because I know a lot of elders who tell me, because apparently every time I go to the store now, I go to certain stores in the area, and they ask me what I'm going to be doing today, and I always tell them, Monday nights is my men's mental health podcast. So now sometimes when they see me walk in the door, is you doing the show this week? Yeah. And some of the elders will pull me aside and they give me advice on what to tell people, because it's like, we know that in our ways of bringing some of y'all up, we didn't tell y'all some of the best ways to do things. So I'm going to try to impart some knowledge on you through my wisdom of having to endure it, so y'all don't have to make the mistakes we made. And for me, I recognize that they're using that as therapy, as a way to forgive themselves for some of the things that they showed us and taught us that absolutely wrong, but they didn't know how to change the scenario, change the situation that was at hand when they were coming up.
A lot of them didn't even know that they could change it.
Right. Because my grandfather used to tell me all the time, I'm teaching you the stuff that I know works and the stuff that I know that don't work. So when you bring up the rest of my family, when that time comes, they don't have to make the same mistakes we made. Because he said, as my grandson, I don't want to see you make the same mistakes that your father made. And I helped bring your father up. So I see the error of where I messed up. But I have the opportunity to try to change it. That's what growing your talents can get you. Your talent can be something like running your mouth. You might have the gift of gab that can help someone else with something that they need. Sometimes the best thing that's said is the kind word at the right moment.
Which is why it's always important to try to be kind to people, because you never know what someone else is going through. You never know that kind word you said could be the one thing that kept them from jumping off the edge.
Yep,
definitely.
And because
I think that should be cognizant of everything, because you never know what somebody's going through.
Right.
And you can always say, a kind word or a kind gesture will always it can go a long way for somebody, because you never know what a person's going through. And that could just, like Matt said, that could pretty much brighten their day and keep them from jumping off the deep end.
Yeah. And your ability to come to the realization that sometimes those things need to be said is you growing your talent as a leader, as a crisis manager, or things of that nature.
Definitely. So,
all right, Frank, I'll hit you later, bro.
Definitely, man. So it's just, what I'm saying, just it's a bevy of things, but the most important thing is when you recognize the talent that you have, do all you can to nurture it, because like I said, if you just let it sit there and fester or let it sit there and be dormant, eventually it's gonna go away. And you're not gonna have it, and you're gonna regret doing that, because you're not gonna have it anymore.
And your talent will have effectively become a curse. Yeah. Because the thing you once were good at, you're no longer good at, and now you're spiteful because you could have the what ifs, the shoulda, couldas, the wouldas kick in. That puts people into a state of depression.
Yep, that regret comes in big time. So got to be careful not to let it go dormant, because that regret's a motherfucker, boy. I tell you.
tell you the truth, bro.
It really is.
And you know, regret also, and regret can contribute to survivor's remorse. So the things like that. When people, I take myself for example, when you have people close to you that lose the battle in life, and you were there with them, you start to have regret. You're wondering why them, not me. That's regret. That voice will get louder if you don't deal with it. But nurturing your talent will help you yourself occupied so you don't have to listen to your voice. You see how this all ties together, ladies and gentlemen. You didn't think we could do it? I can tie it together. Now don't play with me. Now I know how to sew a little bit. Don't judge me. Judge yourself. My grandma taught me, motherfuckers. So
see, that's one of his talents. He can sew. Not many men sew nowadays.
Right.
I mean, you give me a brother. You give me a brother sewing machine with the foot pedal. I got you, dog. Just yeah. Don't worry about that. But I don't cosplay no more, so I can't afford that no more. So, but yeah, which I mean, I took us around the world to say, you know, you gotta be willing to grow your talent to keep yourself in a better mental health place. Therefore, you can be a better contributor. I forgot to move the camera. Sorry. A better contributor of society. You know? Anywho, last topic of the day, which we kind of already touched on a little bit. Do you have the confidence to use your talents?
Oh, Gray ran away.
Nani? Yes. Do you have confidence to use your talents? I mean, that should be self-explanatory. It's a question. Do you have the confidence to use your talents? When you get into a situation, do you just go into a situation saying, I can't do this? Or do you go into a situation saying,
I got this.
I got this. I know how to do this. I've seen this stuff before. If this is asked of me, I know how to do this. Confidence. And quote, notice I said confidence, not arrogance. Confidence. And Matt has the super confidence right there, bro. That you're Matt was one of the best in the business and doing what he do. I just want y'all to know. I'm sad he retired, but he had to.
Yeah. Well, you know, my body just can't handle the physical work on it anymore. But
I understand. I definitely understand. Not mine struggles with handling it myself.
See, the confidence to use your talents. It's sometimes it's hard though. You know, like sometimes you can be good at something, but you lack that confidence to go do it in front of people. You can be really good at singing, you can be really good at playing guitar, really good at drums, but you lack the confidence to go on stage and show people that.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You got to sometimes step out of yourself and just be your talent. Let your talent take over and let it show what you're afraid to.
Right. And having that talent, having the confidence to use that talent, you use that talent, it might be the thing that you need that completes that breaks you through, or it completes that missing link that you always talk, because we're all human. We all say that it feels like something's missing. So it feels like there's a hole. Maybe you're losing your talent to fill that hole. Maybe being an artist will make you happy. Maybe painting, maybe crafting things, maybe learning saxophone. I mean, or
maybe that hole is because you're denying your talent.
Absolutely. That's probably your subconscious talking to you, but you are not listening in it. You're trying to deny it and refuse it. Eventually that voice is going to get louder, and the fellas will tell you, they know one of my favorite sayings is, you do not want to get into a battle with yourself because you always lose.
Mm-hmm.
Can you afford to lose? Can you afford to lose to yourself?
Sometimes you get in your own way sometimes by overthinking and doubting yourself. Trust me, I know. I do it all the time.
Bro, you ain't gotta talk about yourself. Ooh, I still love you. You're still my brother. Anywho,
You know how
what you got to Matt add? What you got to add, Matt? What you got? Yeah.
You know how it go, man.
I know.
I just be in my own little world sometimes, but I know sometimes they have to pull me back in a little bit.
But today's the anniversary of Outcast at Last.
It is. It definitely is. You see, I shared the
I saw that post.
The post, yeah, that was a good time, man. That really was. It really was. I might have to play some Outkast while I'm hiking. Play it on my little earpiece while I'm hiking.
Man, I'm getting ready to fire up Spotify and jam.
That was definitely a good day. That definitely was a good day. That was definitely a good day.
And I've told many people, and I'm pretty sure Dre knows, but he dubbed the event the silver lining for me, and it literally did help turn some things around for me.
Oh,
just that one act of.
You know how hard it was to get tickets, man. That's why when people is good, because it was hard to get tickets.
Maybe that's your talent, being the network guy. Oh, and you're also my food plug, because somebody's supposed to be starting a food truck, so he's gonna be my my plug.
We waiting on this.
I finally got some. It all goes back to confidence using your talent. I gotta be confident enough to use it.
And ladies and gentlemen, he might be your wing pusher too, because apparently when there's sales of wings at Walmart, he buys them all. So he might be a wing pusher. So if you need some honey, some lemon pepper wings, you had to call me or Matt so we can get you in touch with Dre so he can get you the.
Hey man, they have 4-pound bags and 8-pound bags. I said, let me get the 2 4-pound bags. So I got 2 of them, because usually I'll just get one. But I'm like, nah, because I think, and you know what? Honestly, I think
that's how it starts. One extra. Next thing you know, he's gonna be couponing and buying 16 of them. Talking about, hey, bro, you need some wings, bro? I got you.
Well, they say the best time to go food shopping is early in the morning when they open. So I got there open at 7, so I got there 7:20, and they were just fully stocked with everything. So I was just like,
either they be fully stocked or they're just putting stuff out from the overnight shipping. I used to love going to the grocery store.
Usually I think that's what it was, because when I went in there, they were still moving boxes and stuff. So I think they literally just put them up there.
Shout out to Winn-Dixie. I used to love early morning shopping at Winn-Dixie, but I used to hate being an early morning employee having to stock the shelves. And it was like, as a customer, I love it because they're putting up stuff. It's fresh. So, I don't have to go around the store looking to see if they got something. But as an employee, it's like, man, if you don't get out my goddamn way, I'm trying to work.
Man, see, I love that shift, because at my store I was working, we started at midnight. So we were done at 8:30 in the morning, and we opened the store at 8 o'clock. So there was only like a half hour where there was any kind of people in the store we'd have to deal with. And if we timed our breaks right and planned it out right, we could take that last half hour in the break room.
Nice.
So that's what we usually did. So, we'd work the full 8 and just, take that last half hour break in the break room when the customers are in the store and we don't have to deal with them. It was awesome.
God, you guys are smart. But that was apparently that was somebody had some time management skill talents that they put to work. I like it. See, you tied it together again. Y'all like that? They
got to work smarter, not harder.
Yeah, sir. Which is a talent, by the way. That's time management. That is a talent. That's something you will learn in college. I love you, kiddo. Anywho, it's time for Dre's favorite part of the show. What's Matt
eating today? You know it. You know it.
Yes, sir. So what we eating today, bro?
Well, I'm sure you guys are going to be wanting to be booking flights because we're having Mexican lasagna.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm down with that. What time you gonna fly out, Dex?
Message
right now. Let's go. Show's over. Gotta go. Yeah, it was time to go. Mexican lasagna. I mean, is that like taco lasagna?
Pretty much, except we're using tortillas.
Mm.
Somebody's been talking to Kim. I like it. I like it. All right.
I might have to check that. I might have to check that when I get back. That sounds pretty good.
Yep. Once I get off this flight from going to Matt's house, I'm gonna have a Mexican lasagna and then a taco lasagna. So, anywho, it's time for that time. It's that time of the week. It's time for the benediction. I'm gonna let y'all say what y'all last pieces, so I can go ahead and close the lights on the show, so we can go about our business because it's about to be 9:00 on the east, and well 6:00 where we are. But it's time to eat. So
definitely, and I gotta go get my hike on because they close the gates at 7, and it's about a 40-minute drive. So, but my benediction is I am just glad to be back. I watched the show yesterday, last week, and I wasn't there. I wasn't here because I was down in Mexico with my sombrero, Speedy Gonzalez, and all them guys. Yeah, definitely. Oh, and but yeah, that's a talent too. Sometimes recognizing when you need time off to yourself is a talent too, because there's a lot of people out here that try to do for others. They pour to everybody else, and then they have nothing for themselves.
Bro, you hear yourself? Look at you over here preaching, boy. That pastor's, ladies and gentlemen. Pastor Dre, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him preaching to you. But y'all need to listen, though.
Yeah, but you definitely have to recognize that sometimes you need to take time for yourself, and that's a talent in itself, because a lot of people don't recognize that they're so focused on pleasing everybody else and doing for everybody else that they don't take time for themselves. So you definitely have to recognize when it's time for you just to isolate yourself from everything and everybody. I'm not saying just cut everybody off, but it's sometimes
I mean, if you need to, no, don't.
I mean, you know what I mean.
Don't do that. Y'all don't take me serious. Not every time. Not every time.
Just do it that way, and then just recognize the talent. Recognize that sometimes you just need a break. That's why I went down. It wasn't planned for me to go to Mexico, but when you have friends and people say, "Hey, let's go," we're going down to Mexico. You want to tag along, and we'll make sure you're taken care of. How you can say no to that? So
True.
you definitely have to recognize that sometimes you just need to just take a step back from things, and just do for self. Sometimes that's a talent in itself, and some people don't have it, so
absolutely, bro.
You definitely have to recognize that. Just take time for yourself and just get your mind right. It's nothing wrong with changing your mind or saying no, or I don't want to do that, or just do that. You have the right to do that, and don't let nobody tell you different. So that's my benediction. Just recognize sometimes you need a break, and try not to pour into everybody else so much that you don't have nothing for yourself. Keep your cup full. Keep your cup full sometimes. Well, not sometimes. Keep your cup full all the time. That's my benediction.
He might got a cup full of Dos Equis over there. He got that fire cup, man.
No, I got a cup full of Gatorade, and then I'm gonna have my water when I get ready to go hiking, because
Is that the green one? That the lime green one? Yeah, that's that fire Gatorade. He got that John right there. So see y'all.
So yes, this is the best Gatorade out of them all, the yellow one. So, but yeah, I got my water ready. So for hiking, because they said make sure you bring some water with you. So go get my exercise in and recognize some talent.
That could be a talent too, but that's for another show. Matt.
Shit.
For another day.
No, it's kind of along the same lines as Dre. It's what I said to you earlier this week in the chat. There, sometimes you just got to medicate, meditate, and recuperate.
Hey, right. Keish, appreciate you tuning in. That's Keisha, fellas, and that's her Twitch. So, speaking of Keisha, I need to talk to you later about a possibility to make some stuff for us. Yeah. All right. Well, my benediction. Well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and kick some people in the head real quick. Black people, we need to talk. Why are we so damn entitled? You know, violence we learned from white people, but entitlement white people learned from us. Dre, I'm gonna say something that you used to say a lot before you just stopped giving a damn about it. But our people are celebrity worshipers to the day of the definition of it.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, you remember we used to say people would go to war over Beyonce more than they would for their own kid.
Yep, Beyonce and LeBron.
Yep. Well, it don't came back out. This last weekend, we got the Kelly Price situation and the R. Kelly situation. Two Kellys. They're not related. Thank God. And I think Mr. Biggs would probably would have a serious saying that, since he is actually Kelly Price's legit godfather. The reason why I can tell that the black community especially is entitled is Kelly Price was I can pretty much tell you based on the details of what happened to her. She was in a health care facility. She had survived COVID twice. She lost 17 people close to her to COVID. I've been in a 30-day evaluation from a psych ward. You don't have access to nothing. And then for people to say, her fans deserve to know, no, she's a human. They deserve to just leave this lady alone and let her heal. She don't owe y'all nothing. Well, we got her 9. No, y'all didn't get her 9 Grammys. Critics are the people who determine who get the Grammys, not the fans. What do you think? There's a Fans Choice Award? This ain't the BET show. Get the hell out of here. Just like y'all talking about accountability, how come y'all not holding our own accountable things when they do stuff wrong? Y'all bitching, complaining now about R. Kelly. Some of y'all still talking about, I don't support the man, but I'm still listening to music. You got to separate the man from the music. Do you understand how stupid that sounds? You're going to not support the man, but still listen to the music where the money goes to the man. Y'all don't know how royalty works, do you? For you not to support the man, you can't listen to the man's art. You playing the man's music is supporting the man. So, hypocrite much? Y'all talking about you want changes in our neighborhoods and cities. You're not doing your part. The same people that are corrupt and misusing the system are the same people that we put in place as a people. Mm-hmm. These people don't just get government jobs, not high ranking ones. We have to vote them in or vote them out. The corrupt ones vote because they're gonna vote for their kind. You won't change in the system. You're gonna have to elect some people to make the change. Or you're gonna have the Mitch McConnells of the world continue to run the world. He don't care as long as his pockets are lined. And the last thing we got to do is stop hoping for the worst. I'm military. I expect the worst, but I don't hope for the worst. A lot of times y'all hear bad news and hope that the news you heard was right. You're not hoping that these people are found. You're hoping that they're right so y'all can pile on. You want something to complain about. How are we going to grow?
right about that, bro.
Is that something we need to go home on? Because
Yeah, you
I
pretty
can
much.
I can do this for the next couple months. There's so many situations that have happened in this and this year alone in America. We ain't gonna include you, Matt, because y'all in a better country than us. Since you know, Americans are afraid of the word socialist, but Canada is a socialist country, and we use socialist programs here. Y'all gonna get Social Security when y'all get older? What do you think Social Security? What do you think the Social Security came from? Socialism. Y'all feel y'all feel world geography. That's cool. Take your ass back to middle school. Anywho, we appreciate y'all giving us the last hour of your time. And we hope that y'all tune in next week because we're going to be in the same places we always are. That's Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. I'll put it on Matt's Twitter if I need to. And I'm going to stick it on Dre's Instagram. Look, we want air.
Get on my Instagram.
Yeah. So, we appreciate y'all tuning in with us, and hopefully you come back next week so we can help y'all grow some more. And if not, we gonna do it anyway. So, fellas, let's send them home.
Yeah, man.
Catch y'all next week.
Peace.
Next week.